You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
3rd down, give to Hall. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll run here on 1st down. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. Throwing the out route complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Going for it on 4th. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Patriots are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
I was worried.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go.
2nd and 8. Dump off caught by his back. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Ready up.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Come on. Set, go.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here. It will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Set. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Go.
From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he has the New England touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Has this at the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the counter, Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Rolling into enemy territory. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. They get 27 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They go right back to home. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
May now from the gun. Gets this to Fant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Come on, set.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing is May. Connects with Fant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Go!
May. Catches May down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Patriots hoping to grow their lead before halftime. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now a give on the counter. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a New England first down. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. Touchdown, New England. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Patriots drive their lead to 11. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's May. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb, and quarterbacks, when we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
He's throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
This one goes off right tackle. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
From the 36. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on defense.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Set up. Set go.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
He gets the shot at it on 1st and goal. We'll take it in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots hold an 11-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots push the lead up to 12. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New York! The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets trim the deficit down to 5. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. May now. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they had that one contained right at the line. Wrapped up on that play by Big Quinnen Williams. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Take go.
Made a throw it. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Completed to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 19. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
May now on 3rd down. He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He finds him beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down. His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
May now from the gun. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Come on, come on.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Fights off the pressure. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Patriots stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's go.
They are throwing it again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Jets need to score quickly. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Finds his target home. And that's a New York touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set, ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now May coming off that pick. Dumped off to his running back. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. First and 10 from the 41. Setting up to pass. Oh, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Jets.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
They'll go right side with Hall. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hands, they don't take the knee. Let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Let's go.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. So the win goes to the Jets.